All right. It looks like we are live. What is going on, BriHive? We are back with another BriHive live stream, but today we are actually doing a members live stream, so that should be really fun. This is going to be the end of our coverage on the Clayton Echard and Laura Owens paternity action, I guess, until a new appeal comes out. But I am a little bit tired of talking about these folks, but since we are doing a members live stream, I did want to give the community a chance to come on live and talk about their opinions on what has been going on in that case. If you don't know what I'm talking about Laura Owens sued former bachelor Clayton Echard for paternity, basically trying to establish him as the father and establish a parenting plan for children that were still in her stomach. But nonetheless, that and child support and all of the things, trying to make him participate in her pregnancy when he didn't want to, and no one really believes that she was ever pregnant. They went to trial a couple of weeks ago. The verdict came out a couple of weeks ago, or I guess last week or so, saying that the court found that there was non-paternity. Not surprisingly, because there was no DNA testing done that showed that Clayton was the father. So I don't know what else she expected him to find, but either way it goes, the court found no paternity there. So today we are going to be covering her most recent blogs right after the trial. And then there was another one a couple of days ago, still talking about how the trial court got it wrong. So we're going to talk about her blog, but if you are a member at the BriHive level, that's the $4.99 member, you are able to join the live stream and kind of give us your opinion on what the heck happened in this case. We're going to surround it around the blog, but we are going to also be talking about the lawsuit a little bit. I know I'm going to have Kimmy joining me later on the live stream. And again, if you are a member at the BriHive level, you are able to join the live stream. The link is in the BriHive Members community tab. I don't know if you need to toggle to the special members tab or if it just shows up for you, but you should have the link if you are at that level. It should be in the communities tab. So anyways, let me go ahead and introduce myself for anyone that's coming in new. I'm Boss Attorney Bree. Here on this channel, we cover lawsuits, celebrity lawsuits, trademark lawsuits, anything we really feel like covering. And the Bachelor lawsuit kind of took over for us. We are going to be introducing, and I'm super excited to introduce, the new case that is kind of similar to the Clayton Echard situation, but I guess not as extreme anymore. And a lot of people are not talking about it. So we're going to be covering in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be covering Dak Prescott, who was also sued by some lady that wanted him to be, I think it was, she alleged SA, if I'm remembering correctly. I haven't re-reviewed the document, so we're going to bring that in. He ended up suing her for bothering him. Okay. He sued her for bothering him. And then there's a counterclaim. So we're going to jump into that case and see what's going on. The relationship lawsuits are just getting a little bit out of hand, guys. They're getting a little bit out of hand. We're going to introduce that. I don't know if I'm going to do it on a pre-record or if it's going to be something that we just introduced on a live stream. But as you guys know, I'm only live streaming on Thursdays now. So we will see just how, oh no, wait, next Thursday is freaking 4th of July. So we will not be streaming on 4th of July. We are not streaming on my day off. So actually, let's go ahead and schedule the next live stream next week for Tuesday. So maybe we can go ahead and introduce the Dak Prescott lawsuit on Tuesday. And there's some other cases that I want to start introducing to y'all as well. I am going to be out of town this weekend, so I probably won't have a pre-record for next week anyway. So yeah, let's introduce, I just definitely strategized right here on the live stream. We're going to cover Dak Prescott on Tuesday on the live stream, and then we'll try to figure out how to get some of those newer cases into play. Like I said, I'm gonna be gone this weekend, so I'm not gonna be probably won't do a pre-record, but maybe I'll get some shorts out for you guys. Anyways, I feel like I've been rambling. Am I rambling? Anyways, let's go ahead and set the like goal for the live stream. We are at 13 likes with 30 people watching live. So if you have not hit the like button, I know there's some of you here that has not hit the like button because there's a lot more people watching than we have likes. So go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't already. We're going to go ahead and make the like goal for the stream 100 likes. Let's see if we can get there. You know what? I think last live stream we hit the like goal and I didn't do, oh no, I just haven't been live streaming. I'm only live streaming once per week. So Maybe that's why it seems like I haven't hit the like goal animation. But anyways, you guys know we have a like goal animation. If we hit the like goal, that's cool. And then also likes help us out in the algorithm. And if you haven't noticed, we've been getting a lot of new friends in the live stream. So yes, again, go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't already. Like goal for the stream is 100. Let me go ahead and say hi to everybody because your girl is just rambling. Where is Bossy B? We missed you this week, girl. All righty, we got Lola Waterton. Hello, welcome back to the live stream. Nice to see you tonight. We got Beth and Hermine. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We're just gonna go with Beth, okay? Saying, is this for members only? No, it's not members only. I hope I did not confuse people. The members get to join the live stream, but it is public, so you are not doing anything wrong by watching. We got Lady Draken is saying hi, hello, welcome back to the live stream. Chris Jenner. I don't know why that always makes me laugh, saying hi, Bri, hello, and welcome in. And I feel like that's a picture of Kendall Jenner, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a Kardashian Jenner person. So if I'm saying the wrong person, please forgive me. We got Cat Lady Ballerina saying hello, and welcome back to the live stream. We got IB0093 saying hi, Bri, hello, and welcome back into the live stream. The pre-record was wild, right, IB? It was wild. Cat Lady Ballerina says, wait, are you sure you set to members? I'm not a member. No, so it's not members only. The members get to come on to the live stream, but it is a public video. So I'm sorry, y'all, that I did not make that very clear. No, you guys are not missing out on the live stream just because you're not a member. We're not doing that around here, okay? It's just that the members get to join me live if they want to. IB0093 says, I'm not a member either. Yep, I'm sorry if that was confusing. I'm sorry. Chris Jenner says, I listened to your trial recap while I was still in Arizona after I attended the trial. Now I have fond memories of listening to you while in my sketchy motel room. Thank you. Well, I'm glad I made it a little less sketch. I'm hoping. I hope I made the motel room a little more comfortable. Yeah, I don't know what's up with motels and being sketchy. I don't know, but I'm happy you have good memories there. I'm hoping that they're good memories, right? Cat Lady Ballerina says, I feel like an imposter. No, you're not an imposter. I'm Z saying hi at all, and Bri, hello, and welcome into the live stream. You are supposed to be here. For those of you that are not members, you are supposed to be here. It's okay. It's just that the members can come onto the live stream if they want to, like get on camera and talk to you guys. Kristen at first says, hi, Bri, and hey, BriHive, hello, and welcome back. Nice to have you back tonight. We got Berta S saying, hi, hello. I like that name. I don't know why, but I like Berta. That's a nice name. And it's not like a new name, but I like it. Kentari, another member of the channel, hello and welcome back, saying hi, everyone. Hopefully you will be joining us tonight. We got IB saying, yay. Yes, you are welcome. I'm not kicking anybody out. Holly McKenna, I like that name too, saying hi, Bri, hello, and welcome into the live stream. Nice to have you tonight. We got IB saying, yes, love the pre-record. Are you doing the voice tonight? I think they're too long to do the voice. I don't want to annoy the listeners, okay? We might do it. We really might do it, okay? We might do a little bit of the voice. V Texu says, love your blouse. Thank you very much. It's actually a dress, and I got it from Hawaii, and I get like the most compliments on this dress. It's very comfy. It's like one of those little one size fits all. So if I get fat or I get skinny, I can still wear it, but it's like a full, kind of like a maxi dress all the way to your ankles, right? So, but thank you very much. Chris Jenner says, my profile pic is Caitlyn from the last season of Temptation Island. Oh, okay. Looks like Kendall Jenner. Temptation Island, from the moment that her 35-year-old fiance broke up with her for a 22-year-old blonde bimbo. Well, how old is Caitlyn from the season? How old is she? She looks young herself. Cat Lady Ballerina says, I understand now. Hila Eloisa, member of the channel, saying, hey, everyone, hello and welcome in. We got Hella Swanky, moderator of the channel, saying, what up, Hive? Hey, Bri, good to see you. How are you? How did your trial/court stuff go? Oh, I forgot to even update y'all about that. That was, which one? The question is, which one are you talking about? Because I've been in court so much lately, but the one where I had the trial on that Thursday and Friday, It's still going on. Yeah, it's still going on. I have to go there on Wednesday next week, which is not fun because then I have to drive back home in the 4th of July traffic. If anybody travels at night for 4th of July, I don't know, but not fun. It's still going on. So thanks for checking in on me. We were not able to finish that. Ohio Palm Mom, member of the channel. Hello, welcome back in. Dropping a B from the membership emojis. We got Kayla Eloisa saying, hey to Hella Swanky. We got Stone. Did I already say Kayla? Yeah, I already said she was a member. Chase Stone says, long live Mary Lincolns. Who's Mary Lincolns? Ivy says, LOL, Mary Lincoln's. Oh, y'all I don't know who that is. Hello, Slinky says, gonna be driving to visit my friend who's in town, but I'll be listening during the drive. Hope everyone is well. Have a great stream, everyone. Well, thank you for joining in with us tonight. And I hope that you have a safe drive and I hope you have tons and tons of fun with your friend. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the first blog post of Laura Owens. This one is a little bit older. So we're gonna do the older one and then we're going to do the newer one and see what she's talking about, because it's like she can't get off the keyboard, but she's probably looking at our channel like, these people just can't get off my commentary on me, which is kind of what her blog is about. So this one is about her saying, don't tell me that I was not abused. I'm sorry, Laura. What's your name? Laura. I don't really have any comment regarding whether she was abused or not. She does say you wasn't there, so don't tell me. And I kind of agree with her. I don't know if she was abused or not. Now, do I think she lied about a lot of things? Yes. But can I say that she was not abused? No. So I'll give her that one. I gave some things to Greengrass as well. I saw Laura Nighty, she commented on my post saying not Greengrass. And I was like, I really named that man Greengrass. Really named him Greengrass. Not his name, but it is to me at this point. So let's go ahead and check out. She says, don't tell me I wasn't abused. You weren't there. I agree with you, sis. And she gave us more photos. Now, the thing about it, and this is from May 5th, 2017. The thing about it, Miss Laura, you and your photos, I don't think anybody trusts you. I don't think anyone trusts you. You're literally, we already got some fake photos of you. So I don't know if anyone believes this photo. And I would be honest with you, even these bruises don't look like beaten bruises. They kind of look like an allergic reaction. And that's just my opinion. I'm not saying that she's lying and that these pictures are not real, but it looks like an allergic reaction in my opinion. Y'all can let me know if y'all think any differently. And this is just a reminder for y'all that this is a members live stream. So if you are a member on the BriHive level, you can join the live stream by clicking the link in the community tab. Oh, I forgot to have Bossy B bring us in. Oh gosh, Bri. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm losing my live streaming skills by only streaming once a week. But anyways, to me, they don't look like the results. And yeah, we're covering Laura Owens' most recent blog post. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little bit all over the place right now. But she's basically saying that she was abused, and this is the picture that she is using to show us that she was abused, which is fine. So let's go ahead and try our voice for a little bit, Laura. I'm not trying to be mean,
but I can't talk about Laura without this voice. So here we go. And this is the voice of Laura Owens for the BriHive channel. You, the online coat of justice for Clayton, have twisted my life into your grotesque narrative, turning my truth into your lies, and painting men I used to date who I've
I cannot read it. I'm sorry, y'all. I cannot read it with a straight face in that voice because it's making me talk quieter and then it makes me feel weird. So I'm just going to read it regular. And maybe when I'm judging, I'll do the voice. I can't read in that voice. I don't want to distract anyone. Okay. So you, the online coat of justice for Clayton. Are we all the online coat of justice for Clayton? And let me just say this. I honestly feel like she keeps coming out with these blogs because she knows that we're going to read them and it's bringing traffic to her page. So that's why I'm like, after this is the end. Unless something outrageous. Look, I feel like Gingras. How do you say the name? Gingras? I don't like that name. I like Greengrass better. Greengrass. Get it together, Bri. What was I gonna say? I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I feel like Greengrass is saying, I'm not going to comment on this anymore. I'm not going to respond on this anymore. But if I reserve the right to do so if I need to. That's what I feel like right now. But for me, yeah, this is over unless something outrageous comes out or the appeal goes up or whatever it may be. So let me go ahead and jump into the blog and get my life together. You, the online cult of justice for Clayton, have twisted my life into your grotesque narrative, turning my truth into your lies, and painting men I used to date who I have restraining orders against as martyrs. You gather around hashtags, Reddit threads, and Twitter feeds hell-bent on destroying me and dismissing my reality, especially what happened between me and my ex from 2016 and 2017. Yeah, the one I got a domestic violence restraining order against in 2018, which was renewed in 2020 until 2025. The one you claim wasn't violent, one of the ones you call my victim. I'm over it. Really, just today, I saw a tweet saying, #Laura Owens has falsely accused multiple men. You act like you have some inside knowledge of my life. Let me be clear. Don't tell me I wasn't abused. You weren't there. Again, I'm not telling my girl she wasn't abused. However, I am an attorney in California that does domestic violence through the family courts. I do that through the family courts, which I'm assuming that's the kind of domestic violence restraining order she has because she had to go and get it renewed. So I'm assuming this is a family law domestic violence case. And if I remember correctly, this was the one that was in San Francisco County, which is not that far from me, honestly. And so it's in California. I will be the first one to say it is too easy to get restraining orders in California. I will say it. The domestic violence restraining orders, it's way too easy to get restraining orders. All you got to do is say somebody did something to you. Essentially, all you have to do is say someone did something to you and be credible on the stand. That's pretty much it. They, in my opinion, not trying to get on, California legislature regarding domestic violence restraining order. In my opinion, I feel like they hand them out like candy. Not saying that Laura was not abused in the situation, but I do think that is way too easy to get family law domestic violence restraining orders. Now, are there cases where they're absolutely warranted? Yes, but it is so easy to get a restraining order. So easy, especially on a temporary basis. You just got to say somebody did something to you. That's it. And you got a temporary restraining order for the most part. Okay. So don't y'all go out there trying to get restraining orders either, just because you spend your day scrutinizing every aspect of my life, trying to ruin me. Girl, you don't want to put yourself on the internet. And she got a whole website. Because when I was trying to find this article again, she had a whole website, her riding horses. She put herself out there. And you went after The Bachelor, man. You had to know people was going to come after you. You act as if you have the right to judge me, to question my integrity, to label me a liar. You weren't there when I dated him in 2016 and 17. You didn't hear the threats. You didn't feel the fear. You have no idea what it felt like to have your self-esteem crushed to nothing by his words. You don't understand the intense self-hatred I felt for not valuing myself enough to leave. He made me feel like I was worthless. Don't tell me I wasn't abused, girl. I ain't telling you that, but apparently there are some people out there telling you that. And she said, again, you weren't there. Is this like a poem? She's going to keep repeating the title. I think she's going to keep repeating the title. It's a poem. Okay, let me read it more like a poem. No, I'm not going to read it like a poem. I'm just going to read it. Now, every time I see the venomous rhetoric this is very well written. Shout out to Laura. Every time I see the venomous rhetoric from Justice for Clayton, I am transported back to the worst moments of my life. You weren't there when I was hiding bruises. You weren't there when I was crying myself to sleep. You weren't there when at the end his mother left me countless voicemails begging me to call her back and stay with him. His mama needs to move on, girl. You weren't there at the end of 2017 when I was desperately seeking a way out. I stayed on the East Coast for weeks trying to leave the relationship slowly as not to upset him. Don't tell me I wasn't abused. You weren't there. Okay, girl. Look, I know him. look, I know how he comes off at first. Of course I do. That's how you see him. And obviously that's why I fell for him. He seemed sweet, kind, and loving, a teddy bear, as you called him, but that's not who he is. He suffocated me with a pillow to the point of being unconscious, strangled me regularly, slapped me, left me with bruises, and you call him innocent? You weren't there. He made me feel less than human. He lied about everything. Don't tell me I wasn't abused. And I'm sorry, y'all, for not giving a trigger warning, but trigger warning for abuse. I mean, that's what the article is about. So sorry for not telling y'all that. Okay, so we have some documents that she is sharing for us. I'm assuming they're both from Karen Ilberger because it's blocked out on one, but then the name is at the top of the other. So this was not very good editing by my girl. So I'm assuming this is the same document because it goes from number 6 down here to number 7 up here. So it's by Karen and it's not signed. And it's not signed, but it is on pleading paper. So let's see what this declaration says. It says, I blank make this, I declare as follows. I make all of the statements herein of my own personal knowledge, except those matters stated on information and belief, and as to matters I believe them to be true, and if called as a witness, could and would testify competently thereto. I had never before met or seen Miss Owens until on or around December 30, 2016. On that day, I was flying on WOW Airlines to Reykjavik, Iceland, with my fiance. Miss Owens and a man I now know to be Mr. Blank was seated in the row behind me. Throughout the flight, I overheard Mr. Blank speaking to Miss Owens in a tone of voice that I would characterize as scary. I can't recall the specifics of what he was saying, but I remember him belittling her. For a long period of time, he insulted and demeaned her, making belittling remarks one after the other. Miss Owens did very little talking. Most of what I heard of their communication was Mr. Blank just putting her down. The entire time Mr. Blank berated Miss Owens, she cried. When this happened, Mr. Blank would demand that she stop crying and would berate her even more. Even though I cannot remember the specifics of what was said during their conversations, I remember that Mr. Blank was emotionally and verbally abusing Miss Owens for a long time. Based on what he was saying to her, I felt that she was in a frightening situation and needed to get out. He was so menacing that I felt her life was at stake. Were she to stay with him. Several hours into the flight, I decided to write her a note on a cocktail napkin. Okay. In that note, I wrote that I overheard their conversations. I told her she was being abused and deserved better. I urged her to get help and wrote that I was concerned about her safety. Because of the types of things Mr. Blank was saying and the way he was talking to her, I was too afraid to include my full name or phone number on this note. How did she get in contact with you then? I was afraid that he would come after me if he found the note. So I wrote on the note an old email address of mine that doesn't contain my last name. Okay, so email address is how she found. I'm like, well, how did you contact if you were too afraid to give any information? And you scared like your fiance not gonna beat him up? I'm sorry, that's judgy of me. Let me not say that. Anyway, she goes on to say, when Mr. Blank got up from his seat and walked toward the bathroom, I slipped the note between the seat to Miss Owens. I did not speak to Miss Owens or Mr. Blank at all during the flight. I heard nothing from or about Miss Owens until sometime in or around November 17 or 2017, when her mother, Jan Owens, contacted me about the note I wrote. Since then, I have communicated with Miss Owens' mother a couple times about the note and what I observed during the flight to Iceland back in December 2016. Now, one thing that I do notice about this declaration, Laura, it is coming from Laura Owens. We already know that she photoshops things, but this is not a document that needs to be photoshopped. Laura could have easily wrote this document herself. She didn't do a good job blacking it out. That's one thing. And then number two, and while I'm looking at it, this is not even in proper form. While it is saying that it's her declaration, in order to be valid in California, there needs to be a line here saying I state what I state. I forget what the exact, I declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of California that the foregoing is true and correct, or something of that nature. Basically certifying that you are putting this under the penalty of perjury. That is not here. It would normally be in this area right here. The other thing that I noticed about it, although it is a declaration, it's on pleading paper in proper form, it's not signed. There's no date to it, and it's not signed, and it's not under penalty of perjury. So thank you, Laura, for presenting this hearsay to us. This does not prove that you were abused, not saying that you weren't abused, but attaching this document, in my opinion, as a lawyer, does not certify that you were abused. Sorry, but let's go on. A stranger who heard him verbally abuse me had the guts to slip me a note on a plane ride to Iceland telling me I deserved better. She left her email and wrote in her declaration, based on what he was saying to her, I believe she was in a frightening situation and needed to get out. He was so menacing, and I felt her life was at stake. Were she to stay with him? She saw it, she heard it, she knew the truth, and had the courage to document it. Don't tell me I was abused. Where's the note? Show us the note if you have it. Not saying you wasn't abused, but I don't think that proves that you were abused, okay? And then she goes ahead and puts up some tweets from Jillian Paris that says, you really should take your episode featuring Laura Owens down. It hasn't aged well. And they're tweeting to someone, and then someone tweets back saying to the same person, Laura Owens was found to be a fraud by a court this week and has been referred to the local DA for prosecution for perjury and fraud. She made up her entire story. Please look into it. Then take this podcast down. I guess the podcast was Scottsdale Bachelor Clayton Echard wins paternity suit accused. Oh no, that's not what it's. I don't know what the podcast was for, but anyways, going on, she goes on to say, you want to get podcast interviews I've done speaking about her and how she saved me from an abusive relationship off the internet. Let's remember, I've never said his name. You want my TEDx talk taken down. A talk that was about this exact interaction. One bizarre theory of yours is that I hired her. Yeah, I bought a plane ticket for a stranger to sit in front of me on a flight to Iceland and just knew he would be horrendous to me on the plane. So you say that I wrote the note myself, and you even spent money hiring handwriter experts. Guess what? She exists. She left her email on the note. She wrote a declaration in support of me saying she was scared of him. I know her now. He knows she exists. He doesn't deny this. Okay. So do we want to look the girl up on Facebook? No, we're not going to do that on the live stream. But if you want to, she left the name on there easily for you to find to see if this person exists. There's one thing. Or you know what? Her last name might actually be different because she had a fiance. So maybe she already got married. So maybe we will never be able to find this girl. But the declaration, again, does not prove that this happened. You just saying that there's a declaration does not prove that this actually happened. You could have easily made that story up and typed this up yourself. I don't know. They said somebody hired a handwriting expert or something. I still haven't seen the note. She felt comfortable enough putting the declaration up that wasn't signed or put under penalty of perjury and signed. But she didn't feel comfortable enough posting the note, unless I just haven't scrolled that far yet. I don't know, Laura. You made up crazier things, in my opinion. Again, not saying that you were not abused, but this proof doesn't prove anything for me. But let's go on. I digress. We now have cut off screenshots that Laura is given to us. So this one says, hi, Laura. I hope this finds you well. I never got a chance to say this before, but I just wanted to say thank you for giving me the heads up on Mike. And I apologize for not believing you at the time. Woman to woman, I just want you to know that I appreciate what you did. This person also sends, I really do appreciate it because it opened my eyes to some serious deception. So thank you again. Who wrote this? ChatGPT? In regard to your case, I understand how complex things can be, but will need to ask that I stay out of it. Some things happened and I would prefer to stay far removed from him. I hope you will understand. Wishing you all the best. And if we happy to be in the same Barry's class again, I will definitely say hi. Okay. So again, it's just some account that she's blocking off and we don't know who it came from or even what platform this is that she's being messaged on. Okay. And then we have a message coming from, I presume the message to be from Laura, the blue one. But is this not freaking I guess it's not an iPhone. Is this Facebook Messenger? What is this that they're messaging on? Anyway, she goes something about, I also really hope that you've been able to move on and find someone better. Seems like you very much deserve it. All the best, Laura. She says again, hi, Laura. Wow, you must feel so much relief being granted the permanent restraining order. Thanks for letting me know. I blocked Blank on every platform when I ended things, so have no idea what he's up to and have avoided interaction with him at all costs. I moved on the minute it was over. Thank you again for having the strength to come to me and tell me your story. Would love to grab coffee with you sometime. Hope you're doing great and have a wonderful Friday. How do we know this is not Greg Gillespie messaging her? Didn't she say he was hacking her email? How do we know it's not him? Okay. Anyways, let's go on. And then I'm going to get to some comments here. The woman who dated him after me saw through his facade too. She reached out to me and said, I never got a chance to say this before, but I just wanted to say thank you for giving me a heads up on him. And I apologize for not believing you at the time. Woman to woman, I just want you to know that I appreciate what you did. She continued to say some stuff we already read. Okay, seeking justice for all victims of Laura Owens. Someone tweeted, the owners of this video is Blank, who took this photo when Laura Owens fell from her horse. The purpose of sharing her falling is not to hurt her feelings. Horse riding is a dangerous sport, and often head injuries happen. It could cause things such as epilepsy. So someone posted about this. She goes on to say, oh my God, a tweet just now while I'm writing this from Seeking Justice for All Victims of Laura Owens showed a video of me falling off a horse, claiming it was taken by him. Insane. My mom took the video in San Juan Capistrano in June 2017, a full month after I had seizures. He was in San Francisco at the time. I sent him the video. He wasn't there. And guess what? Neither were you. More tweets that she's posting about. And then she says, then there are the tweets from Amanda H. tagging Uber's chief legal counsel and spreading lies about me alleging epilepsy in my filings against them. Seriously, I never alleged epilepsy in the Uber filings. Go get them from the court if you're so convinced that I did, or better yet, get a hobby. Okay, and then she goes ahead and posts some pictures of her car accident. Okay, and then she says, then there's the pregnancy. He knew I was pregnant. He went to Planned Parenthood with me, one near his job. See, in his own words, because she knew I was working out there, that it would be closer if I went with her to be there for support. You claim I made up the pregnancy to stay with him, to trap him. He said he would stay with me whether or not I had the abortion. He said, I just said I would stay in her life with or without the child. Okay, so this is a deposition that I'm assuming is for Mike, who we all know that's who she's talking about. Okay, so this one says, whether you would be a part of a child's life if she had the baby. His answer is, which it cuts off the whole question prior to that, but you know, this is Laura Owens' doctrine. We only get what she gives us. So it says, I just said I would stay in her life with or without the child. Question, did you specifically discuss whether you would want a relationship with the child? Answer, we're talking about if she was to keep it, would I have a relationship with the child? Question mark. The question says, yes. Did the two of you discuss that? He says, I don't remember. Questioner says, did you ever go? You said you went with Laura to have an abortion. And he said, uh-huh. Question, where was that? Planned Parenthood in Walnut Creek. Oh, that's close to me. He says, and who made that appointment at Planned Parenthood in Walnut Creek? He said she did. Question, he said she did. So she called them and scheduled that appointment. He said, yeah, because she knew I was working out there, that it would be closer if I went with her to be there for support. She goes on to say, let's not forget your claim that I told him I had cancer. Really, where is the mention of cancer in his 142-page deposition? He mentions that I had polycystic ovaries. You really think he forgot I had cancer? It's just another lie to discredit me. And then she shows us some more screenshots of the transcript saying that the talk about the cancer is not there, but we don't have the full deposition transcript. But either way we go on, she has another picture of herself with these bruised looking eyes, or, you know, red eye or red skin around her eyes. I don't know if it's bruised, but here we go. She goes on to say, it makes me sick to hear you say I'm not a real survivor, that my story isn't valid. How the hell do you know? You weren't there. You don't know what I lived through. Don't tell me I wasn't abused. You weren't there. She says, you armchair critics. That was a good one. That was a good one. Armchair critics. Okay. Armchair critics have the nerve to say I made it all up. Get a life and stop pretending you were there in 2016 and 17 when he made me feel like a worthless piece of worthless piece of and treated me like one, both physically and emotionally. As I told my friends, when he would put a pillow over my head and have sex with me, oh my gosh, I felt inhuman, like a cadaver. He said I was too ugly to look at. That's not nice. That's not nice. And I came to believe him. Don't tell me I wasn't abused. You weren't there. She also says, you don't care about the truth. You only care about your twisted narrative and the toxic community you've created about trying to tear one woman down. You call yourselves advocate for justice, but what you really are is a cult that thrives on harassment, defamation, and cruelty. Don't tell me I wasn't abused. You weren't there. He knows what he did. I know what he did. And the haunting truth is that only we know the full extent of his abuse. You don't, you weren't there. So don't you dare tell me I wasn't abused. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think on the situation? Do you think that this article proves what she's saying? I don't know if she was abused or not, but I don't think that the evidence that she presented on her blog, again, not a court, right? The information that she's given us, snips and pieces. We saw that she cut off one page halfway and then the other page, only one sentence on it. So we're getting what she's given us to try to prove that she was abused. I don't think it really shows that. I don't think it really shows that. And again, you're showing us documents when you have already forged whole sonograms and whole HCG or HCG, which order is it in? Whatever it is, those levels, you forged all of that with Adobe Acrobat. We think you can't just go and type up some declarations on the internet on a pleading paper? Those are so easy to get a hold of. So let me know what y'all think about this situation. Do you think that this is believable, or is this kind of like, okay, whatever, girl, you know, thank you for another blog for us to read and, you know, hear your opinion on things. I have one more blog from her where she's talking about her pregnant belly. And so we're going to get into that, which is going to be a live reaction because I have not actually looked into it yet. I have not read it yet. So let me go ahead and have Bossy B come in so that I can see some of the comments, and then we'll go ahead and jump back into the, what do we call these blog posts that she set for us. So boom. Alrighty, so if you haven't commented yet, go ahead and drop your comment. Let me know if you think that this proves anything for you guys, or if this is just like another way to distract from the verdict. Okay, so let's see. And I don't have Kimmy backstage to help me with the relevant comments, so sorry y'all if I am clicking on comments that aren't that relevant. Okay, so we have IB saying, you know I can't say this one. Maratini, I hope that's right, spoke about the flight recently and how much she lied. The interview was very sad. I have not seen the interview. This is my first time even seeing this blog post. But again, there's no way to tell if there was some lady on the plane that gave her a napkin, and then she gives us a declaration, like I said, that wasn't even signed and not even under penalty of perjury. So there's that. Cat Lady Ballerina says she felt so concerned for her life that she passed her a note, didn't talk to the flight attendant privately or such. Exactly. She gave her a note. She didn't warn security. She didn't talk to anybody after she got off a plane. She just gave her a note that he could have possibly found. And she was so afraid of him that she didn't give her phone number But she had her whole fiance there. You know, people get a little bit bold when they have their fiancés there, right? Sarah Hellville says, hi, Bree, catching up. Hopefully you'll cover if new things happen in the case, but really happy you're covering the post-ruling ridiculous city. Yes, it's insane. I don't want to keep covering it because it's like, how much can we talk about this? It's just going to keep being the same insane things, but happy that you are joining us live to kind of talk about these things that are going on. I had no idea what these blog posts were really about because I found them. I kind of skimmed them and then I was like, all right, these are cool to cover for tonight. Was hoping that we have some members joining us live to give their opinion on the cases, but that's okay. I can do it by myself, guys. That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to bring you all to court for paternity. Just kidding. I wanted my streaming room to be kind of dark, but now I feel like it's a little bit too dark. So let me fix the lighting real quick in here. Okay. That should be a little bit better. I was like, geez Louise, we are in here dark. Can't see nothing. I can barely read the screen. Okay, we got Just Me MD saying, evening BriHive. Welcome back. Just Me MD saying, evening BriHive. Hope you are doing well. Buzzing in late and sending love from East Texas. The YouTube didn't notify me, but I made it. Well, we are happy that you are here. Welcome in. We got Jalila Phillips, also known as my sister, saying, hello, Bri and BriHive, coming to you from downstairs because she's in my house. Hello, Lee. I'll be done in a minute. Chase Stone. So, well, not a minute. It'll probably be a while, but I'll be done. She's probably not even on here anymore because, you know, they only support me to let me know that they're watching me and then they leave. They mess up my watch time, okay? So when you have family members and you like stream and stuff, don't invite them because they literally just come on to mess. And I'm not talking about Lily specifically and just attacking her, but there's some people that comes and mess up my watch time. I appreciate the support. Hopefully they at least hit the like button, but they come and say, I'm watching you, and then they leave. And I'm pretty sure that's what she did. Chase Stone says, that is weird that she didn't post the picture of the napkin. We've all seen it, and it's the only evidence that we can't debunk. I have not seen the napkin. So y'all have seen the napkin. I have not seen the napkin. Interesting that she didn't post it. Jay says, so when this no issue came up, I went to search out the story. What I found was back in 2016 on Reddit of a woman who made a story just like this. Now is it a stretch? But we all know Laura Owens loves Reddit. And she says all we do is sit on Twitter and Reddit threads and hashtags. And she's a Reddit lover herself, an avid Reddit reader herself, right? That is not a far stretch for me. That's not a far stretch for me. I would love to see the note. I would love to see the note for sure. Chase Stone says, I know we believe the note and the interaction was real, but I wonder if she was gaslit for her testimony, like Laura made her believe it was worse than it actually was. And a lot of times we see things going on and we're like, that guy's rude. Let me go ahead and tell this girl, get away from him. You deserve so much better, queen. Yes. Like, how often do we really do that? And maybe it's not abuse, but maybe he's just a dick. You right? I don't know. So I don't know. I haven't seen the note. I'm glad that y'all believe the interaction. I kind of don't, just because the declaration, I'll give you this. I don't believe the interaction because I haven't seen the actual handwritten note, and the declaration was not court ready, in my opinion. So can't believe it. Chase Stone says, honestly, wouldn't put it past her. I mean, the ultrasound was from a random old video. Exactly. She has doctored so many things. Who's to say she didn't doctor that whole scenario, right? AT1 says, or even if it's real. And yes, that's right. Even if it's real, did we find it on the internet somewhere else? Cat Lady Ballerina says, all the best. We got Kimmy510 saying, thanks for letting me know. It's so telling. Oh, about the guy, or about the girl talking to her. Excuse me, about the girl talking to her, warning that Laura warned the girl about Mike. Yeah, I think so. Not I think so, but it is telling that maybe he was a problem. IB says, all the best is a tell. Laura uses all the best a lot in her emails. I don't know if I I don't know if I remember what y'all are referring to. I know I just read the whole article, but I don't remember reading that. Brady Joe Trombetta says, this is so fake. Laura pretends to know how normal people talk. So each talk to each other, but she can't swing it. Yeah, the text message, Facebook messages or whatever those were odd. I'm like, this sounds like Chat GPT wrote it. Cat Lady Ballerina says, also, what woman would do this as far as reaching out to her directly? Missy Ann says, it's like the little boy who cried wolf. Guess her parents forgot to read that story to her. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, I can't believe anything you say at this point because you lied so much about that. Why would you be telling the truth now? IB says, Greg has a time machine, maybe. Sarah Hellville says, you don't have the right to question my integrity. LOL girl, judge ruled you have no integrity. None of us question that you have none. The judge didn't even need to rule it. She made herself look like a darn fool on the stand. Like, I would have really loved to see her go forward with the domestic violence trial that she had in California, because if she was anything like she was on this stand, I can't see how the judge could have found her credible. But maybe she had her story more in line on that one, or maybe some things did happen to her. We never know. Brady Joe Trombetta says he tried to break up with her, so she lied. She is so scary. So y'all are not on her side. Brady says, oh, he didn't say that. AT1 says she is fruitier than Fruit Loops. What does that even mean? Jermaine Down says the fact she's trying so hard tells me she's actively working to keep up a narrative. And my thing is like, okay, if people are speculating things about you and it's not true, let it go. Like, move on. Like, just move on with your life at this point. Ohio Palm Mom says, once you start lying, people don't believe you. And the way that train wreck of a trial went, I don't know how anyone can ever believe her ever on anything. Rector Lauren says, 13 says, totally Amber Heard vibes. I'm getting Amber Heard vibes too. Lindsay says, there's a forensic proof she sent that same photo of her to the hospital to her abuser for a different reason at a much earlier date than she claims it was taken. Interesting. Lindsay says an expert analyzed his laptop. Ali F says she texted him about having cancer. And again, just because he didn't say it in the deposition, maybe they didn't ask him questions on that. And again, she gave us cut up depositions. She didn't give us the whole 142-page deposition. She gave us what she wanted to give us. So we don't know what's in there, right? Okay, let's see. So glad you're covering this, says Ali. Jalila says, I'm still here. Oh. Well, I just talked all that mess, talking about you messing up my watch time. Sorry, I do apologize. Ram Design says, not sure if this was covered or not, but the photo she changed the photo to today is pretty close to the Halloween meme that she cried to Commissioner Duty about to get the order of protection against Clayton. I didn't watch that part, y'all. I came into this super late, so I'm not super familiar with what you're talking about. So that's what we have on the comments. I don't think it proved anything. I really don't think it proved anything, but shout out to her for coming out and telling her story. That's all I can really do is give her props for telling her story. We got AT1 saying, I wonder if the judge in San Francisco was male. Personally, male judges believe my ex. Female judge saw through her lies. I don't know. I'm telling you guys, it's really easy to get a restraining order. I don't know what else to say. It's just really easy to do it. Andrea Ellerby says, I get Veruca Salt from Willy Wonka and Nellie Olsen Little House on the Prairie vibes. Just not telling the truth, right? Missy Ann says, Brandy, what? I didn't get to see much today. And it says Missy, yes. Oh, did you guys watch the verdict on what was her name? What is her name? Dang, it just slipped my mind. The trial that's been going on. I forgot what the lady name is that fast. I literally just looked at the video. There was a verdict on, what's that lady's name? Karen Reed. Did y'all watch the Karen Reed verdict? I don't know what happened. I just saw that there was a verdict. But I don't know what the verdict is. Don't tell me, actually. No, yes, tell me. If you know, tell me what happened there. Okay, let's go ahead and jump on to the next blog post. And again, y'all, this is a members live stream. So if you do want to join the live stream, you definitely can. If you are a member on the BriHive level, you just click the link, join in, make sure you have your headphones in, and let's live stream together. Let's get the people's opinion. I know y'all are tired of hearing me talk, right? And just to check where we're at 61 likes with 78 people watching live. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. It does help us out in the algorithm. And we do have a like goal of 100. So we are still 39 votes away, or not votes, 39 likes away from our like goal for the live stream. And we probably are not going to be on live for much longer unless some people want to come and chop it up with me. So yes, again, if you have not hit the like button, please do. It does help us out. Let's see what else my girl, well, not my girl, but Laura. Let's see what Laura has to say. When common sense is overruled, did I mark my little thingy-mabob? Okay, so she thinks common sense is being overruled. Her other blog was that the judge is playing doctor. Now here we are saying, of my belly on October 25th, 2023. Ma'am, you already told us that you miscarried basically in July. So why are we still seeing your belly in October? So we can believe why you believe that you was pregnant. This is her belly still. It is poking out. She is, I can't even do this, y'all. Let's go ahead and see what this girl got to say this time. Like, I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt on like the abuse one that we just covered, but this just pissed me off all over again. Girl, what are you doing on the internet? Just sit down somewhere. Let it go. Let it go. What's the song for Frozen? Let it go. Let it go. I can't sing, but I'm trying on live stream. The fact that you got all this confidence to try to sing on live stream is wild, Bri. Just stop. Get into the article. Read, okay? You don't even do that good, but now you're trying to sing? Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm not that mean to myself. Okay, let's go on. Picture this, a glowing advertisement for a pregnancy test. The suspense builds as a woman, eyes wide with hope, waits for those two magical lines to appear. The moment they do, her life transforms instantly. Tears of joy, uncomfortable laughter, and exclamations of, "We're pregnant!" fill the air. It's a universal scene depicting the profound impact of a positive pregnancy test on those longing for a child. Are you longing for a child, though? And one other thing, I haven't seen a picture of her actual positive pregnancy. She told us she peed on sticks and that they were positive, but we have not seen them, okay? And maybe y'all have, but I haven't. So let's see if this article actually shows me it. She goes, now flip the script. Imagine a teenager trembling as they reveal a positive pregnancy test to their parents. Is the response ever a casual, "It's no big deal, go back to your homework"? Absolutely not. This universal acknowledgement of the gravity of a positive pregnancy test is why companies like First Response, Clear Blue, EPT, and AccuClear thrive. The absurdity of the ruling. Let's see what else nonsense they have to say about the judge and her ruling, okay? Here we go. Judge Julie Ann Mata, you did not have to put that lady's whole name out there. You're doing too much. Of Maricopa County Superior Court seems to think that a positive pregnancy. Judge Mata of Maricopa County Superior Court seems to think that a positive pregnancy test doesn't mean what the rest of the world thinks it does. She thinks it doesn't mean you're pregnant. Did we all not go to the same trial? Maybe it was different being in the courtroom. Okay, let's go on. Despite me providing the court with multiple at-home tests, a urine pregnancy test done at an urgent care facility, and even a blood test for pregnancy done at a lab, all of which came back positive, Judge Mata in essence dismissed all of the evidence as meaningless. Because you be lying, girl. In addition, a renowned OB... No, he is not renowned. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. I didn't even get this animated in the last article, but as soon as she starts talking about the case, I'm like, girl, what are you doing? What are you talking about? A renowned OBGYN. No, that man is a liar. He's a liar. Okay, let's go. Oh my gosh, it's making me mad already. In addition, a renowned OBGYN who delivered 22,000 babies. He said 30,000 babies, and you keep putting 22,000 in your article. So yeah. 22,000 babies in his career, testified with 99.9% certainty. You wrote this in your other article that I was pregnant. He never tested you. He just went off of what you said. So what are you talking about? How are you going to deem somebody pregnant that you never even saw in the office? You wasn't even practicing as an OBGYN at the time. You had retired or your license was expired. I don't know what it was, but you were not working as an OBGYN. Girl, let this point go. He deemed me as pregnant, girl. He never even made you pee on a stick. He just went with your false documentations. Ay, ay, ay. Let's go on. Despite this, the judge decided to believe the 0.1% chance that I was testing positive for other reasons. She suggested possibilities such as ovarian cancer, which I've never had, medications I'm on, which the OBGYN expert confirmed wouldn't cause false pregnancy tests. No, he confirmed it. And then when they asked him about specific stuff, he said, oh yeah, that could be a positive test. Come on now. Or the HCG trigger shot, which I've never taken, and there was no evidence to suggest otherwise. I mean, you also never told us that you went to Los Angeles Planned Parenthood. How do we know that you didn't get the shots there? Because you didn't tell us about you going there until the day of the trial on the stand, on cross, not even on direct. That's when you told us about it. So just because there was no evidence, there was a lot of reasons why there was no evidence, because you didn't give us the evidence. If 99.9% certainty wasn't enough, what is? He didn't test you. Who cares what some man behind a computer screen is saying because you gave them false documents? What are you talking about, lady? I speak more about this in another piece I wrote called When Judges Play Doctor. Yeah, this is the exact same paragraph, if I'm not mistaken, that you wrote in that one too. And again, you ignore all the glaring red flags in your statement. Your doctor never even saw you, okay? You didn't give us all of the medical records that were requested. If you had done that, you have been super open and all of these things. Maybe we would believe you. Maybe we would believe your doctor, but there's no evidence. No evidence show that, because you didn't even give us all the evidence. You admitted that on the stand. Ay, ay, ay. After a doctor confirmed that I had miscarried, there was no longer a need for the paternity case, and I had filed in last August. I tried to dismiss it last December, which the judge granted, but then rescinded her ruling. After extensive motions were filed in a brief evidentiary hearing on June 10th, her ruling came down on June 18th, sanctions attorney's fees despite neither the alleged father nor I being represented by lawyers at the time I filed to withdraw my petition to establish paternity, and a referral to the Maricopa County Attorney's Office for possible prosecution, which you should be, because you're still out here acting reckless. Maybe if you get off the internet, some of us will be like, hey, no, they shouldn't prosecute her. She did something stupid, let her slide. But no, you're still out here doing stupid stuff. Let's go on. Why? According to the ruling, petitioner acted unreasonably when she initiated litigation without basis or merit. Furthermore, the court found my actions unreasonable and uncredible due to my failure to seek in-person care for a high-risk pregnancy. Judge Mata even verified the positive pregnancy test multiple times as facts in her finding of fact. How is my filing the case without basis of merit or unreasonable? Because you claim you miscarried in July and you still filed the motion in August. You don't think that's suspicious? You don't think that's unreasonable? Girl, get out of here. Furthermore, the ruling declared my petition premature at best, even though there are no set standards for what constitutes a premature petition in such cases. I agree with her. At least in California, you can file these kind of actions while you're pregnant too. So is it premature? Maybe not. But did she know she also passed 2 fleshy things in July? She did. So I'm leaning more towards you shouldn't have filed it and it was unreasonable for you to file it in the first place. But if you want to go with the premature, you might be slightly right on that. I'll give her that. The double standard. To fully grasp the injustice of this ruling, consider how Arizona typically handles paternity cases. According to the Arizona revised statute, a mother can file a paternity case based on her belief of the pregnancy and no additional evidence is required. You can file while you're pregnant, which I did. This clearly shows the state's supportive approach rather than a punitive one. The issue is, and she wrote in her ruling, that had your story stuck the same, she might have granted your motion. But since you lied and changed your story so much and didn't provide evidence that was sought and ordered for you to provide, That's what made her think you were lying, because you were lying. Yeah. If you would have came with the same story the entire time and you actually miscarried, then maybe, just maybe, you would have got away. If you would have said you passed the fleshy things in November, you could have won. You could have won. But no, you said you passed it in July before you even filed the motion. Girl, get out of here. And then you sitting there poking out your stomach on the camera. You poking out your stomach on the camera for what? Sit down. Sit down. Okay, the Arizona Division of Child Support Service website says if you are unsure of paternity, genetic testing may be needed to prove the identity of the father. DCSS will pay the cost until paternity is established. Wait, so a woman can think it might be this guy, but probably not. I can't really remember what we did as many times as she wants to and not be punished. The state will even pay the cost for testing until she gets it right. That's not what you did, though. That's not what you did. You called that man and said, I'm 3 hours pregnant and you're the father. Come to my appointments that I never even went to. I didn't even go to the appointments myself, but I want you to go to the appointments with me. You knew you didn't have sex with that man. That's why you was emailing him talking about, I'm clear, I'm the best person that you can hump because I'm already pregnant, so you can't get me pregnant again. Sounds like a woman trying to trap a man that she already told she was pregnant, and now you need to actually try to get pregnant. That's what that sounds like to me, but I digress. Let's go on. So why am I being punished? Because you lied. Does she not understand that she lied? Like, are we the only ones that understand that she lied throughout the entire proceedings? Like, did she miss that part of the trial? Or is it me? Is it me? Did she not lie? I feel like she missed that part of the trial. Why am I being punished? Because you lied. Why am I being punished? Because you didn't give the evidence that was ordered by the court for you to give. Why am I being punished? You didn't show up to your deposition. You got more questions other than why are you being punished, girl? You went to Planned Parenthood on Sunday. What? You told the court that you went to multiple, what do you call it? Doctor's appointments, and then you get to the trial and it turns out you went to no doctor's appointments. What do you mean, why are you being punished? Okay. Side note to the members of the media, I will send you my patient portal login information so you can confirm for yourself that I was just in filing the case. I was just in filing the case seriously. Why would we want that? You already doctored a sonogram and HCG levels. Like, why would we want your login portal? Yeah, actually, girl, give me the whole login, your email address, your password, give that all to me. Okay, and then we can go in there and see if you'd have made a whole fake website to say that you went to the doctors when you just testified that you never went to the doctors other than the HCG test at the beginning of the pregnancy. And what number was that one at? Did they ever tell us what that one was, what the HCG on that one was? I don't know. Y'all know I came in late, but do we know what that was? Was that even a reasonable number? Because in October, it's at 102. Girl, you're not pregnant, okay? Or maybe you are pregnant. Like I said, 3 hours pregnant. The backstory. Let's backtrack. Okay, let's do it, Laura, because you don't seem to realize that you lied throughout the entire case, but let's backtrack, girl. Let's do it. I had a one-night stand with a former Bachelor star. You sucked his peen, okay? You didn't have a one-night stand with him. You sucked his peen twice. Okay. Also, who also happened to be my realtor. I'm not going to judge you, but yeah, maybe pick different people to sleep with. Interestingly, he was later found in violation of the Arizona Department of Real Estate for not submitting offers on 2 properties that he had me sign, totaling $1.1 million. But that's another story. You reported him for that. You said, interestingly so, he was found in violation because you reported him. What do you mean? I didn't want to become pregnant at all. That's why you was sucking peen. We know. I told him after he invited me to his apartment late one night on May of 2023. Give us a date. You was doing that all throughout the court case, that I would come over to cuddle, but that I did not want to have sex, and somehow his penis ended up in your mouth. Classic Netflix and chill, girl. You got duped, or maybe you wanted to get duped. I don't know. Oh my gosh. A couple weeks after the positive pregnancy test at an urgent care facility, Clayton again invited me to his apartment, this time under false pretenses. Did you think his peen was going to end up in your mouth again? Telling me he wanted to talk. Yeah, okay. In reality, well, last time you told him you wanted to cuddle and his penis ended up in your mouth. So am I going to get in trouble for continuously saying peen in the mouth and penis in the mouth? Am I going to get in trouble for that? You too, please let me know. In reality, he wanted me to take a pregnancy test that he had bought in front of him. I took it and it was positive. He said she closed the door. She said the door was open. Who knows how this pee went down? His reaction, devastated. He leaned over on his counter, head in his hands. This wasn't the behavior of someone who believed the test meant nothing. Or he said he came in your wrong, whatever, already said it. He did it in your mouth and then you ran to the bathroom. So you could have easily turkey basted yourself. And he probably felt like Drake after that girl tried to use his semen with the hot sauce in it and that blew up. He was probably like, man, she got me. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Because it's not also normal for the person who's already pregnant to then try to convince the person to come inside them because you're tight. And when allegedly you already slept with that person, unless you're just saying his penis small, I don't know. But she's saying she's tight and she hasn't slept with someone in a year. So I think that would also include him, right? However, according to what Clayton said in his deposition, the box said it was a pregnancy test and that's what they market it for people who are truthful and don't lie about being pregnant. Wait a minute. A pregnancy test that Clayton himself purchased gave a positive result, but it wasn't accurate because I was supposedly lying and the test somehow detected that. Makes sense. No, that you were doing something to make it turn positive. Why do you think we would put it past you to be carrying or taking whatever you need to take in order for the test to be positive? Why do you think we would put that past you? Anyways, let's go on. Why I filed the case. Yes, please explain, because this is going to be helpful on your appeal, I guess. If we ever get to the appeal, because you're too busy writing freaking blog posts. After Clayton saw the results for himself, he texted me the next morning to say that he knew I wasn't a liar. Where was that at in the trial? He said then he made it clear that he had no intention of co-parenting, which is what I wanted. I wanted nothing from him besides that. No money, nothing. That's why you filed for child support while you were still pregnant? Okay. Just a plan to figure out scheduling because he said, because he had said I would have to give up the pregnancy for adoption, have an abortion, or one of us would take 100% custody. During his deposition earlier this year, he said, I told her I'd give her a chance so that I could try to find a way to potentially end the situation because you tried to, manipulate him, maybe? Did we forget about that part? My former attorney then asked, would you give her a chance in regards to the two of you having a relationship? Clayton responded, yes, it was a lie. I had no intention of giving her a chance. It was just basically going to tell her what she wanted to hear to see if she'd go away, which is exactly what she put in her letter. Be with me and I'll terminate the pregnancy. And he almost thought, okay, I'll do it. Just like when someone's holding a gun to your head and they're like, walk or I'm going to shoot you in the head, you walk, right? And so that's what he did. When pressed further by my former attorney, and what you mean by that is to see if she would move forward with the abortion, Clayton's reply was chillingly simple. Yeah. Why I went public with the case. I went public with the case because Clayton refused to respond to my repeated attempts to get him to take the prenatal paternity test. I had paid for the test on August 15, but despite my efforts to schedule it, he never complied and it had to be canceled. I don't think it had to be canceled. I think it could have been rescheduled. And I think there's some talk about how he had blocked her. So that's why he didn't respond. Also, during the deposition, Clayton acknowledged the attempts to contact him for the paternity test, but suggested that they might have been calling the wrong number. Although he was clearly CC'd on an email sent by me on August 18th, stating, unfortunately, Clayton Echard has refused to take the prenatal paternity test that I had scheduled at exam 1 in Phoenix on Wednesday, August 23rd. He saw this email but did not respond. Okay. After I went public, my suspicions were confirmed. The publicity compelled Clayton to respond. On September 21st, he shared the receipts on his Instagram saying, "This is the timeline. The truth will always set you free." In an effort to make me look like he had been cooperating all along, that was not the case. I don't know what the heck she's talking about there. The high profile influence, because this is what made her lose her case, was the high profile influence. It seems clear to me that Judge Mata would not have allowed this case to go on if Clayton had not been a former Bachelor star. If we were both jobless and poverty-stricken, I have no doubt that she would have let me dismiss the case after I miscarried, which is what I asked for. Girl, stop talking about you miscarried. There are people that actually have miscarriages that are actually sad about it, not using it as a way to get out of their lie, okay? So stop saying that. Which is what I asked for. Once I lost the pregnancy, there was no longer a paternity issue to resolve and no parenting plan was necessary. But because Clayton had a high profile status, Judge Mata seemed to determine to drag the case out. No, that's not what happened. So she was going to grant your motion, but Clayton objected to it. She cannot dismiss the case when there is cause. He needs to prove non-paternity because you came out here and you lied on the man. So no, if it was a poor person also objecting to dismiss the case, the court will also consider that. It's not because it's a high profile case. I know you like to think that you're a little mini celebrity now, but that's not the reason why the case went forward. You're just a liar, pants on fire, girl. Okay, adding another bizarre twist to this ordeal, I later learned that Judge Mata's father attended the evidentiary hearing, allegedly mingling with Clayton supporters in the overflow room and describing the case as a show and a circus. It's hard to comprehend that my pregnancy loss was reduced to a sideshow spectacle for anyone, let alone a member of the judge's family. Again, you're talking about hearsay. You didn't even hear this come from this man's mouth. We know how the game of telephone works. Allegedly, they heard it on a stream that they shouldn't be watching, and they took it and they ran with it and said her dad said it. Okay? Oddly enough, Judge Mata ruled against me just hours after my attorney, David Greengrass, informed her office of our intention to file a notice to change the judge for cause. It seems too coincidental that such a ruling, almost entirely in Clayton's favor, would come within hours after we signal our lack of confidence in her impartiality. We talked about this on 2 streams already. That's not how removing a judge works. It's not how it works. Just because her dad was there and her dad had opinions does not mean that she gets removed from the bench. And also, the hearing already happened. You're like, oh snap, I didn't do well in the trial, so now I'm going to try to find a reason to remove the judge. Does that not look suspicious? Does that not look suspicious to you? Justice for Clayton and its influence. Soon after the public learned about the paternity case, the Justice for Clayton movement emerged online. Since September, thousands of hours of content from obsessed wannabe YouTube stars and law tubers have filled. Is that me? Because I don't think any other law tubers are covering the case. I guess that tilted lawyer, but he's like new. I don't know if he's in the law tube. I feel singled out, Laura. Are you talking about me? My channel's not that popular. Okay, anyways, I feel a cult-like following on the monetized channel. These self-proclaimed defenders of Clayton have relentlessly attacked my character, questioning my motives and integrity. Their narrative paints me as a manipulative liar out to trap a celebrity. No, that's not what we're painting you as. Your testimony painted you as that, sis. You did that all by yourself. Let's give her a round of applause. You painted yourself as a manipulative liar. No one did that for you. You did that yourself when you were changing sonograms and freaking what do you call it? HCG tests, and also on Acrobat. You're on Acrobat. What is it called? Acrobat Adobe. Just being a great graphic designer. You did that to yourself, girl. And then when you got on the stand and told us that you went to Los Angeles, when this whole time you've been talking about you was in Mission Viejo. You was on that Mission Viejo stuff, and then now we in Los Angeles, girl. Get the heck! Somebody painting you as something. You painted yourself, ma'am. You're a great artist. Okay, the online attacks have put me through hell. Yeah, get off the internet. You're not a kid. This is not cyberbullying. Get off the internet. If it's putting you through hell, turn the computer. Get off the blog. Get off Twitter. Get off Reddit. Get off YouTube. Get off this blog. For sure. Shut this blog down. That's what you need to do. Okay, let's talk about yesterday one user even commented on content creators Dave Neal's Discord. Why are you on his Discord? You don't have to follow that. Why are you on there? Let her see what the world knows about her and thinks about her. Think about the worst, most embarrassing, horrible, shameful thing you've ever done. Then think about everyone watching it, talking about it, confirming it. Let her stay here and see what we think. And no, yes, why are you there? Why are you in the Discord? If you don't like what's being said about you, you're not 3. Get off the internet. What they know, none of them know what happened between me and Clayton, but refuse to accept the truth. I did not fake my pregnancy. Ma'am, when you go to court, there's this thing called credibility. You went to court, and while the judge is in charge of deciding credibility, which she also decided you weren't credible, people have brains, and people can see when other people are lying. The issue that you have here, ma'am, is that you admitted to lying to stuff. That's one thing. And 2, you're not credible. You were not credible on the stand. But guess who did come off as credible on the stand? Clayton. He could have been lying through his teeth, but he sure came off credible. He sure came off credible. But you know who didn't come off credible? You, Laura Owens. You did not come off credible. So you can talk about what do they know. The court found, they're the finder of fact. There was no jury. The court found that you were liar, liar, pants on fire. Okay, we're going to take it back to 2nd grade because you don't get it. Liar, liar, pants on fire is what you were. The judge found it. The public found it. Everybody found it. Everyone found it. Okay, let's go on. You don't need to be a judge to see how much you lied. You admitted to lying. Girl, the reality of my depression. I got that one too. Let's see. Where's that one at? Sorry, she has depression. So let's be serious now, guys. After learning that I was pregnant, I was overwhelmed and unsure of what to do. Why? You've been pregnant 2 other times by all these boyfriends. Why are you confused now? You've done this at least 2 other times, right? Let's go on. The pregnancy was unplanned. And my thing is, let me stop right there. So you claim to have had an abortion with Mike. You claim to have had an abortion with Greg. Why are you still humping without protection, girl? Like, why are you still doing this? Talk about, I didn't know what to do. This is not your first time. This is at least your 3rd time pregnant by a man that you're not even in a relationship. Why are you humping people without any protection, no birth control, no nothing? These people, a one-night stand, allegedly, because none of us believe you actually had sex with him. Otherwise, you wouldn't have sent the emails that you sent. Okay? Why do you keep humping people? Why do you keep doing that? Unprotected. I was unsure of what to do. You knew what to do. You did it 2 other times. You're not even with this man. And you're going to try to convince him to be with you because he showed you 2 houses? And he let you suck his pee-pee? I don't know what to do. Use a condom. Get some birth control. Not trying to slut shame you, but shoot, like, come on now. Why does this keep happening to you? Why do you keep putting, like, what's the definition of insanity? You keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result? Isn't that the definition of insanity? Stop doing that. Jeez Louise, you got me slut shaming on the goddamn YouTube channel. Y'all made me go country. Okay. Let's go on. The pregnancy was unplanned. No freaking Sherlock. It's a one-night stand. You just went over there to cuddle. You just went to cuddle. And you ended up pregnant, girl. You in your hot girl summer era. Oh, slutting it up, I guess. Okay, the pregnancy was unplanned and Clayton was far from supportive. I'm gonna stop with my commentary. This because it's gonna continue to slut shame at this point. This uncertainty took a massive toll on my mental health. I took prescribed prenatal vitamins and rested in bed most days trying to take care of myself. Deep down, I didn't want to have an abortion, but I also feared a situation where the alleged father would have no involvement once I gave birth. I was hoping for clarity that never came. The doctor advised that I continue taking my antidepressants, even though they posed a risk during my pregnancy, because they were crucial for my mental stability. Essentially, I let nature take its course. Tragically, I eventually had a miscarriage. Now, I wonder why they didn't go back. And I guess it would have been privacy reasons, and they could argue that it's irrelevant, that it was irrelevant to this particular case, why they didn't go back and get her, whether she had abortions in the past, the medical record showing whether she actually had the abortions with Greg and Mike. I wonder why they didn't allow. I mean, I guess because you can argue it's not relevant to the trial that they were actually in, but that would also prove a lie. If all her medical records come back and show that she never had an abortion, then we can really prove that this girl is a liar, because she is just going on and on and on about how she already had to do this with other people and she didn't want to do it. Why you did it for 2 other people? Why are you keeping Clayton's? So you depressed maybe because it's happened again? Yeah, do better. You are doing the definition of insanity. You keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Thinking somebody gonna want to be with you because you got pregnant by them, girl, and you don't even know them. It'd be different if you were in a relationship with them for 5 years or something, but you went and looked at 2 houses with this man. Okay. Despite my effort and difficult circumstances, the judge labeled me uncredible and unreliable for not seeking prenatal care. She said that wasn't reasonable, but according to the Gut Masters Institute, nearly half of pregnancies in the United States are unplanned, and many women do not seek prenatal care until well into their pregnancies, if at all, because they don't be knowing that they pregnant. You knew you was pregnant allegedly. What are you talking about? Many can't afford prenatal care. Are you one of those people that can't afford prenatal care? Why are you bringing them up? You're bringing red herrings. What are you talking about? You can't afford it. Are these women not entitled to file a paternity case if they know they're pregnant and want to set up a parenting plan prior to giving birth? Judge Mata's ruling essentially says they are not. Girl, let me talk to you. Laura, come here. What parenting plan? He told you he didn't want to co-parent with you. So what parenting plan are you trying to set up with a man that told you he don't want to parent with you? Don't you think if eventually he wanted to parent the child, he would file his own paternity action so that he could parent the child? You don't get to force people to do what they already told you they don't want to do. He already told you he wanted you to get rid of it. Sorry for pro-lifers, but he told you he wanted you to get rid of it or give it to him. He's not dealing with you. He did not want to deal with you. So talking about, I wanted to set up a parenting plan before the baby was born. Why? He already told you he wasn't going to co-parent with you. He already told you that. And if he wanted to later on and he changed his mind and there was a beautiful child or beautiful twins, whatever. If it was a beautiful child and all of a sudden he wanted to co-parent, he could follow his own motion. You don't get to force him. Come to my prenatal care that I never went to myself. And then talking about many women don't seek prenatal care. Okay, that's fine. Oh, some people can't afford it. Okay, that's fine. But you scheduled appointments and you just didn't go. And then you went to court and told them that you did go when you really didn't go. So why are we bringing this up now? You intended to seek prenatal care, but if you would have sought prenatal care, they would have told you wasn't pregnant. And then we would be able to prove it with evidence that you're a liar. But your method is just not to provide us with any evidence. And so we got to speculate and we have to look at you and we have to see if you're credible because we don't have the medical records because you lied. You didn't give all the information. If you allegedly went to Los Angeles now, when you've been telling us Mission Viejo throughout the whole case and you want someone to believe you, why? Would you believe someone that said that? Would you believe someone that did what you did? That's what I would like to know. The baseless accusations. Judge Mata's ruling relied on what she termed a serial pattern of fabrications on my part. Let's be clear, I have never faked a pregnancy and there is no proof that I did. Girl, because you don't give us no proof. And then, like I said, if we would have asked for the documents for your abortions, you would have objected saying it's not relevant. Let's go on. My supposed serial issue, as she put it, is that I am 34 and have been pregnant multiple times, had 2 miscarriages and 2 abortions. For this, I am being referred to Maricopa County Attorney's Office and sanctioned, facing hundreds of thousands of dollars in attorney's fee because you're a liar. Judge Mata's ruling seems to be heavily influenced by Clayton's very public statement that I had fake pregnancies in the past, which was supported by 2 exes, both of whom I have restraining orders against. I also have one against Clayton. You got restraining orders against everybody. Probably about to get one against me. Don't you got one against Dave Neal too? Yeah, you got restraining orders against everybody, girl. While they were supposed to be witnesses, neither of them ended up testifying in court because you used up all the time lying. There was no more time for them. One of these exes against whom I had a California domestic violence restraining order since 2018 was permitted by Judge Mata to travel across state lines to testify. She can't stop that man from traveling across state lines, girl. Just because you in a state don't mean he can't go to the state. You could have left that sentence out of there. To testify about my 2023 pregnancy with Clayton. This ex, who had no relevant knowledge and only met Clayton the week of the hearing, had previously accompanied me to Planned Parenthood in 2016 to obtain abortion pills, proving the pregnancy was real, although he intended to testify otherwise. For one, showing up to Planned Parenthood so that you can obtain abortion pills is not proving that a pregnancy was real. You could have easily told him that you were going there to get abortion pills, and you could have went in there and talked about your new birth control method. Did he go in the room with you? No, he didn't. You told him that you took a pill, and he probably believed you. And maybe you did take a pill. Maybe you took a Plan B. Who knows? Who knows what you took in there, ma'am? But go in there and him sitting in the office, and did he go in the room? That would be the information that we would need. Did he go in the room? Did he hear the doctor say this is an abortion pill? I guarantee you, I can confidently say he probably was not in the room. They probably did not let him in the room. You're not married to him, right? I don't think they would have let him in the room for you to take a pill. That's my opinion. Maybe they did. If you got evidence on that, please send us your medical records from that abortion, please. We would love to see it. See if it's doctored or not. That's what we would love to see. But that doesn't prove anything. Just because he went to Planned Parenthood with you, there's a lot of things you can do at Planned Parenthood other than have abortions. And I think a lot of people know that. Okay. So let's go on. Judge Mata permitting my ex to come to Arizona for the evidentiary hearing in my case with Clayton is a clear violation of Violence Against Women Act. According to the Violence Against Women Act, no party shall be permitted to seek or obtain or otherwise enforce a subpoena issued by a court of one state in another state unless the court of the issuing state has reviewed the request and determined that it is necessary for the purpose of the case. Judge Mata ignored this legal requirement, unilaterally deciding that he wasn't a threat to me and disregarding the legal protections in place and the trauma he had caused. The other thing about it is a lot of California restraining orders does allow for the restrained party to come near the person in the event of a court case. So I don't know exactly what's in her restraining order, but generally California restraining orders do allow for that. So maybe she needs to go and reread her restraining order from California. In 2021, I sued the other ex in civil court for abortion coercion. His protective order is up for renewal later this year, and he is undoubtedly trying to discredit me to prevent its renewal. He threatened to make my life a effing hell and has unfortunately made good on that promise. My attorney filed a notice to the court regarding this civil case to demonstrate that the judge in the case did not find I had fabricated the pregnancy. It had even been confirmed to this ex in a call with a doctor. A call, I don't believe you. I don't believe anything, okay? I don't believe anything. A call with a doctor, who the doctor that you had as your expert, we don't believe him for sure. We do not believe him for sure. Y'all, I'm going to finish up this article and then we'll get into the comments. Despite the lack of evidence and testimony, Judge Mata clearly accepted Clayton's allegations and those of my grudge-holding exes as true. Her actions suggest a disturbing bias, ignoring clear legal protections and allowing individuals with a history of violence and coercion against me to influence the court. An insane injustice, she calls it. Judge Mata's ruling suggests that I should have taken these pregnancy tests, seen the positive results, been told by medical providers that I was pregnant, and understood that they meant nothing. Nothing at all. The absurdity of this notion is beyond comprehension, and it doesn't even feel like real life. There were no prerequisites to filing my paternity case, no requirements for ultrasound, sonograms, or traditional prenatal care, yet the judge ruled that my pregnancy and subsequent miscarriage weren't real. The judge ruled that there was non-paternity. The judge did not rule any of that stuff. She ruled non-paternity. Do we need to look at the order? Do we need to look at the order again? She found that you did not prove paternity, which is what the paternity action was. The DNA did not show that Clayton was the father. Did she use some of those facts to reason her decision? Sure. But that's not the order. Okay. In addition to photos and videos showing my pregnant belly, girl, get out of here. I had all the symptoms of pregnancy. All of them? Ma'am, even pregnant people don't have all the symptoms of pregnancy. I had the testimony of a renowned. He's not renowned. Can we take that word out of this article? He's not renowned. He might be on sound of mind, maybe, allegedly, in my opinion. Maybe he might be on sound mind. But he's not a renowned OBGYN who delivered 22. If I hear about these 22,000 babies again, I'm going to be really upset. I don't care anything about these 22,000 babies. Sorry, babies that was born by this man, because he might have done something wrong. Okay? Attesting to 99.9% certainty that I was pregnant. And he never tested you. He never seen you. He never observed you. Just based on your words. What kind of doctor diagnoses someone based on that person's words without an examination? The devastating impact. My attorney is extremely confident that we will reverse the ruling on appeal. Good luck, Greengrass. And while that might correct the legal wrongs, it can't erase the stain this ordeal has left on my life. Winning it won't erase the Google searches, the court documents, or the headlines. Until then, I've lost more than just a court case. I've lost my peace, my dignity, and my faith in humanity. And we lost an ability to believe that you ever tell the truth. The emotional toll is beyond words. I spent countless nights awake, haunted by the weight of this nightmare, plagued by anxiety and fear, the constant public scrutiny, the whispers behind my back, nobody's whispering. We're loud and clear, girl. The unrelenting judgment, they all cling to me, casting a long, dark shadow over every aspect of my life. But every interaction is now tainted by this case. Boo-hoo, Laura. So sad. Too bad, so sad. That's what my mom used to tell me when I was sad. Too bad, so sad. Because Clayton, and why? Because Clayton's celebrity status as a former bachelor, nobody cared he was a bachelor. People care that you were a liar. Likely swayed the court to take keen interest in my case. No, media took keen interest in your case. The court did their job. Because strangers who are part of the Justice for Clayton cult have dedicated their lives to tearing mine apart, dissecting every detail of my life, spreading venomous hate, and creating such frenzy that the judge's father attended the hearing, allegedly calling it a show, because the legal protections meant to safeguard me were blatantly ignored, all because a judge chose to believe the improbable over the undeniable. Girl, you think you're undeniable, and you're not right. What do y'all think? Thank you, Kimmy, for starring some chats for me, because I didn't know how I was going to get through this. But what do y'all think? Does this article make you believe her anymore? If you believed her at all to begin with. Did it like move your needle from negative 100 to like negative 50? If anything, this article made it worse, in my opinion, for her. So let me go ahead and jump into the chat and see what the chat has to say. I'm really sad that no one decided to join me today, but that's okay. That's okay. It's Thursday, nighttime, sleepy time, I guess. Okay, y'all. Let's see. Thank you, Kimmy, again for starring chats for me. We got Ivy's with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Saying a little money in case you are demonetized for peeing in the mouth. I say that. Thank you. Thank you for helping the channel. I definitely appreciate it. Why would I say something like that? That's ridiculous. Equality has been a member for 2 months. Shout out to you. Saying, tell her, Bree, tell her. This lady be making me mad. Like, I don't think I've covered a case on this channel that has made me this mad. Not even Jeanette Braun has made me this mad, y'all. Not even her. Zoe B says Bree's the best, throwing down facts. And Zoe B has been a member for 2 months. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. Y'all, it just frustrates me so much. I just can't. See, Seltzer, member of the channel, thank you so much for the super chat, giving us some emojis and hundreds and likes. Love that. Love that. Thank you. I forgot to clap for. Sorry, I messed it up. IB says 100 likes. Oh, did we reach our like goal for the stream? Yes, we did. We are at 109 likes. Shout out to us. Are y'all tired of hearing my audience yet? Shout out to us. Our like goal for the stream was 100 likes. So IB, thank you for reminding us. We are now going to do our like goal animation. I completely lost my train of thought, y'all. I've been doing that the whole stream today. But anyways, we hit our like goal, so we are going to play our like animation. For those of you who do not know about our like animation, it has a really big explosion in the beginning that can be loud. So this is your turn to turn down the volume. I need to just fix it so I don't have to give the warning every time. But turn down your volume in 3, 2, 1. Shout out to the BriHive 100 likes. And we have 125 people watching live. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do. It does help us out in the algorithm. And hopefully I don't get in trouble by YouTube today. Cap says she went public and is mad the public doesn't buy her story. She wanted us to believe her so bad. Like, it's our fault that we don't believe her. Like, not the lies that she told. That all of that is not her fault. It's just that we don't believe her. So I think we're all like dumb or something and we don't understand English. I don't know. Yeah, my little Puff is doing weird things. Okay. Come on, Puff. That's a little lopsided, but it's all right. Boxing for Life says Laura is a paid member of Dave Neal's Patreon. No. With her restraining order? No, don't say that. Zoe B says, but the internet and her blog are her only friend. She has no life without them. With her 900 people following her. And honestly, me being on that blog that long, that's giving her some watch time or something. I don't know how blogs work. But yeah, internet friends. And so I guess the internet people talking about her is bad for her, right? Ray says, Laura is a stalker. She is following everyone on YouTube, including Reddit and Discord. Well, thanks for the new sub. I hope she's following me. Maybe she'll get some advice that she'll actually listen to. Bruce from Oregon says, these are wild times. Very bad, very wild times. Sophie says, in my opinion, you should contact Megan Fox journalist and have her show you everything else you have missed out on. Do I even have time to catch up on everything that I missed? Zoe B says, perhaps Laura Owens believes her vocal fry is effective birth control against her tonsil twin. I was going to call it her throat goat, but I thought that was pushing it a little bit too far. Tonsil twins are already winning, man. Okay. Stargazer says baby number 7 and 8. Do you think that's where she is at this point? Kristen at first says, didn't he tell her he had no interest in co-parenting earlier, though? That's what I'm saying. That's literally what he said. I don't want to co-parent with you. She put it in that blog. He said he doesn't want to co-parent with me, but I found emotion so that he can co-parent with me. And I wanted him to go to my prenatal appointments that I wasn't even showing up to. Like, come on, dude. Seriously, what are you talking about? 18-1 says not only unplanned, but unconceivable and unconceived. Yeah. Exactly. Undeniable. The undeniable truth. Girl, it was very deniable. We are in denial, girl. Stargazer Kawaii says she should have admitted herself for mental health. She still should. I thought that she was on some mental health medication already. Am I misremembering that? Zoe B says judge requested all her medical records going back like 2 years, specifically because of her claims of antidepressants. Yeah, she didn't cough those up either. Why does that not surprise me? And then she turns around and goes, there's no evidence. There's no evidence that I was on antidepressants. Girl, you didn't give it to us. 18-1 says, Laura Owens, by definition, a high risk. She should have had prenatal care from the moment she was pregnant. I know this and I'm a guy. And her excuse was that she was too depressed because the third guy, or maybe even the fourth guy that she got pregnant by, didn't want the baby. Neither did the other two. Wait, like, what are you talking about? That made you so depressed because Clayton now said it. He's the third one night stand. Or I guess the other guy was her boyfriend. But he's the third guy that was like, I don't want to have a baby with you. And that's what pushed you. That was your 13th reason, huh? Girl, get out of here. Kristen first says, that's exactly what I was thinking, Brie. Made no sense. She claimed she was afraid he'd have no involvement after birth when he already said outright that he had no interest to co-parent. Exactly. So how are you going to force him to come up with a birth plan? You think he's going to show up to mediation? The court's going to order y'all 50-50 custody and he's still not going to participate. What you going to do? Throw him in jail because he don't want to co-parent with you? Equality says, I'm loving spicy Brie. This girl makes me mad. Like, I just don't understand. Laura 90 says, see if they're doctored. She'll probably yell and say there was a doctor there. It's proven. Yeah, there's a doctor on the phone. He went to the Planned Parenthood and I took a pill and he went there to support me. So that obviously means I was pregnant. Girl, you could have went in there and got some free condoms. We don't know what you went in there for. Okay, she's just out of control. Doctored, everything. She said she'll give us the login, or at least the media. I don't think I'm media worthy yet, but she'll give us the login to her doctor portal, to one of them at least, to show her pregnancy test. We don't care about that no more. We want an ultrasound. We want an ultrasound. It's too late. Sarah Hellville says she wants to legally browbeat a man who is out of her league. It's being with her. So sorry, I can't read, y'all. She wants to illegally browbeat a man who is out of her league into being with her or punish them for leaving. They keep leaving quicker and quicker. Like, girl, do you think you're not going to get married? Like, there is no way. Well, you might find someone just as it's wonky, okay? Because there's no way someone's going to find you. You're going to have to change your name. Girl, you're going to have to change your name and you're going to have to do a little bit of plastic surgery, change your face up a little bit. Because if I was a guy, I would not marry her. She just sounds like a world of trouble. Kyle Yosef says he wasn't in the room, and later on when he wouldn't stay with her, she used the abortion pill to tell him how he made her take it. And if the kid comes out with a handicap, it's all his fault. So she didn't even take it. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that he would have been in the room. And like I said, I came into this case late, so I don't know if this information already came out. I don't think they will let him in the room. Stargazer Kawaii says she could have gone to Planned Parenthood for HCG shots. She could have been there for that. That's what I'm saying. She's saying, oh, you guys got to believe me. No, we don't. We literally don't have to believe you. Ray says her docs were doctored. Her docs were doctored and she's still editing and recycling her arts and crafts. Yeah, it was just minor though. It was just minor edits. Beth says she was ordered to sign releases for her medical providers during the Greg Gillespie time period. Yes, okay, I do remember that. No, I don't remember that. But yeah, thanks for the information. Ray says, exes, Laura, 2 blowjobs or 3 dates isn't a relationship or they aren't your ex. This is so desperate. Yes, exactly. She went there to cuddle. She went there to cuddle with her realtor. Girl, what? What kind of relationship is this? Lauren said, world renowned. She misspelled retired wrong. Yes, she did. She misspelled retired. I like that. Angel says she was missing the most important symptoms of pregnancy and baby. Yes, that. Y'all are out of control. I don't know how you guys are so witty. You come up with stuff so fast. But yes, did that one. Like I said, not all women experience every symptom of pregnancy. She didn't either. Angel is completely right. She didn't experience the baby part. She had 2 tonsil twins. I can't even talk. 2 tonsil twins. Kyle Yosa says the case she caused. She caused it to go public and now she's mad that it's public. And don't believe her. Kyle, and she's like, oh, because he's the bachelor, that's why people took interest in. No, he's the bachelor, that's why you took interest in him. This is just a good case for us to cover. Everybody covering Karen Reed. There's no bachelor on that case. Come on now. And not even a lot of people are covering this case, to tell you the truth. Kyle Yosa says, can we say attention much? Me. What about me? I just wanted him to be a father. I just wanted him to come up
with a parenting plan. When he told me he didn't want to be a parent with me, I just wanted to help him love me and our babies, our twins, our tonsil twins. I just wanted him to love me.
Oh gosh. So Florida Thrifter says, I'm late, but Bree's great. Loving this coverage. Thank you. I've been stuttering the whole live stream, so I'm glad y'all are still here listening to me. Ray says, Laura tried to strip her victims of peace and dignity. She deserves to face reality for the first time in her life. I agree. That's a good way to put it. Good way to put it. Zoe B says she needs to stop calling a support. She needs to stop calling a support group of rationally sound people a cult. Yeah, because we don't believe you were a cult. No, I'm not a cult for nobody, lady. Stargazer Kawaii says she had every symptom of pregnancy but one, a baby. Yes, exactly. Sarah Hellville says she also ruled that Laura didn't actually meet the burden of proof of pregnancy, so could not possibly meet the burden that Clayton was the father. I don't remember that part all the way, but you are probably right. Either way it goes, her saying that, oh, well, I should have went to the judge thought that I should have went to prenatal care and I should have done this and I should have done that. Yes, you have to prove that you're pregnant. You have to prove that he's the father. You can't prove that he's the father if you're never pregnant. That's a problem. That kind of defeats the pregnancy part of things. Kristen at first says she conveniently left out a lot of things and contradicted herself in some parts. Exactly, she did. Chris Jenner says Mada's dad did not say show. I heard firsthand from the person who talked to him while we were inside the overflow room, and that's not what he said. Exactly. They're going off of somebody said that he said this, and we don't even know who the somebody is. They're going to try to pull at anything because they know they didn't do good with the trial. He didn't even get to question Clayton because her attorney didn't even get to question Clayton because he ran out of time. So the only reason he's going to get this thing overturned is to say, oh, the judge was biased. Girl, get out of here. Sophie says, actually, I believe Megan Fox said that she was the one that said show. 81 says, could care less who Clayton was. Your inconceivable claim of tonsil twins and repeated lies and fabrications brought this upon yourself. Laura Owens, as they say, goes, as the saying goes, you reap what you sow. Exactly. Like I said, there's other people that are not famous that have this kind of coverage. Not just The Bachelor. I didn't even know who he was. I did not know who he was. I think Kimmy told me to cover this case like 2 or 3 times. And then I was like, okay, let's look into it. And then I listened to it and I was like, this is insane. This is insane. I don't care who it was. That's an insane case. You know what? I have a case in my own office that I would like to cover if I can get permission for it. And there's no bachelor or famous person involved in that case. There are just some people that are nutcases, in my opinion. Okay? Sarah Hellville says she is feeling maybe 1 out of all those numbers of pain, trauma, and anxiety that she has caused these poor men. Yeah, she wants us to feel bad for her. Ray, thank you so much for the super sticker. Yay! Thank you very much. Can I see what it is in the chat? Oh, I think it was a super chat. Well, either way, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sophie says, Laura Nady, you should join Bri. Is she still in here? I'm probably not going to be on here much longer, but maybe we can do a stream later. I don't want to cover this case anymore, but if anything interesting comes out, we definitely can. Sarah says, oh, Sophie, Lauren and Bri stream would be awesome. I agree. Lauren says, Sophie, I would love to, but can't tonight. Next time. Yeah, we might have to set something up. Lauren says, Bri can join us tomorrow also if she wants. I can't tomorrow. I won't be available, but I do stream on Thursday. So I'll reach out. Big Johnson says, I second a Lauren Bree stream. Okay, here we go. Ivy is also asking for it. Okay, I'm gonna have to reach out now. I'm gonna have to commit to it. TM says, Yee, Bree, and Lethal Lauren, good combo. Equality says, looking forward to Bree and Laura's career. Okay, there's no way around it at this point. Stargazer says Kawaii. Why did I say says Kawaii? Stargazer Kawaii says she lost the ability to easily do this scheme of hers to another guy in the future. Future victims will have this case to reference. Exactly. She's gonna have to change her name, her face, everything. Sarah Hellbell says she's not entitled to our belief. She's really not. She couldn't get a restraining order against Dave because they were never met. Oh, okay. I thought there was something in place with them, but she's still like in his group meet, not the group meet, but the Discord and his Patreon. That's insane. She just like, my opinion of her is that she just stays up and read things about her all day. And then she wants to claim she's depressed. Stop reading things about yourself. People probably talk mess about me all the time. I don't know because I don't care. Sarah says she tried for what is that? I forgot what the letters are because everything is different. It's like a little harassment order, but dropped it because she knew he would win. Purposeless People, like that name, says, and she is in all the judges' inboxes. That's bad. Big Johnson says, that's an interesting name. I did not realize that was your name earlier. Says, already tried to change her name. She got caught. She should. She really should change her name because that's horrible. But you know what? Maybe the court will deny it because they would know she's trying to change it to dupe other men. Sarah says, can Mata hold her and or Greengrass legally in contempt for all of these blog posts? It's outside of court, so probably not. Probably not. It's outside of court. Equality says minor perjury. It was minor perjury. That's what she claimed, at least. Sarah Hellbell says Bree Megan Fox uses the same voice for Laura. No way. It just is. It's so her, in my opinion. AB says, "Yay, the voice." Sarah says Greengrass literally said, "Wouldn't it kick my?" Block. He did. He said, "Am I upset that he did it?" That's what he said. But essentially, yes, he did. Lauren says, we will make it happen sometime. Got to see when everybody is available. Next week is a holiday week. So actually, I'm streaming on Tuesday next week. Sarah says, Kimmy for the win for the suggestion. Love the BriHive. Yes, Kimmy for the win with the suggestion on this for sure. Kimmy says, thanks to Sarah. I wanted to join tonight because I've got opinions, but blew the motor. Oh, my AC. I've got many Beyonce fans. I was like, Beyonce got a brand of fans? Blowing the audio probably would be a disaster. Oh, okay. Hopefully it's not too hot there, Kimmy. Kristen at first says, yeah, I had never heard of it either, and either of them until Bree started covering this case. Yeah. I didn't know about this guy. I watched Bachelor maybe like 2 or 3 seasons, but I never was like a super fan of it, and I haven't watched it recently. Ray says a Lauren Bree stream would be great. We're gonna make it happen. Zoe B says insane in the membranes, insane in the brains. Exactly. He's just like, I just don't understand. I really don't understand. Like, how did we end up here, Laura? How did we get here? And why do you want us to believe you so bad? We're just a cult on the internet. We're just a cult on the internet that don't believe you. So why do you want us to believe you? You have 900 loyal blog post followers. They believe you, sis. They believe you. Keep convincing them because you're not going to convince us. Or maybe they don't believe her because I don't see no comments on here unless I don't know how to get to the comments. Unless she blocked the comments. No, there's no comments. It's just people clapping their hands. So she got 8 people that support this blog. And then on the other one, she got how many people like this one? 8 people, or was that the same one? Oh, I think I closed the other one. Never mind. She got a couple of, people liking the post. So she got 8 on that one, and then she got 22 on the Don't Tell Me I Wasn't Abused. Again, I don't think her pictures even look like, abuse marks, but maybe they are. It looks like an allergic reaction to me, but I don't know. I'm not an expert in abuse pictures anyway, so we need the experts for the Amber Heard trial to come out and say something. Kimmy Locker says, Bruce from Oregon did a great video on the nonsense cult claim. I did see Bruce from Oregon's video pop up on my timeline, but I haven't had an opportunity to watch it yet. So I am going to check that out. But it did pop up on my timeline. And I was like, okay, I need to save this. I need to save it. Okay. Anyways, y'all, that's all I have for today. We are going to be streaming our live stream on Tuesday. I hope I'm not over promising. I don't think I have court on Tuesday or Wednesday. I do have it on Wednesday, but later in the day. Either way it goes, we should be live streaming next Tuesday. We are going to be introducing a new case to the channel, Dak Prescott, and then there are some other little cases that I do want to dive into a little bit. I see some comments coming in, y'all. Right when I'm trying to sign off, man. Let me go ahead and finish the comments real quick, and then I'll sign off. Okay. Stargazer Kawaii says, not enough attention for the crazies to come out and support. Equality says, well, at least this case brought many content creators together. Yeah, we all realize that we're a cult because we have common sense. Jenna Rink says, the weirdest thing out of this entire case is there's a lot of weird here is her dating contract. Yes! Literally, she was mad that he was going to stay with her to hopefully convince her to get an abortion, but that's literally what she offered. That was the terms of the deal. Stargazer Kawaii says, have a great night. Thank you, you too. Zoe B says, I'm hearing she has at least 14 different accounts she used to like her own blog post. Don't start that. AB says, great live as usual, Bri. Thank you so much. I feel like I stuttered the whole stream, but I'm glad y'all stayed to support. Big Johnson says, you should look into the Gilbert Goons case sometime. Okay, I've never heard of that, so maybe that's something we should take a peek at, Kimmy. Okay, and then that is all for the live stream. I'm done with the comments, y'all, because I got to get off the live stream. Anyways, thank y'all all for joining the live. We are going to be jumping into the new case with Dak Prescott. I'm going to take a look at this Gilbert Goons case that Big Johnson just mentioned. And if y'all have any case suggestions that are popular or just things that you would like to hear our opinion on over at the BriHive, let me know. Feel free to comment. I am not doing the best with my comments because we are getting a lot of comments in lately. So shout out to y'all for interacting with the page and the content that I'm putting out. And also welcome to all the new subscribers that came from covering this case. I'm super happy to have everyone here. Again, we will be live streaming next Tuesday, and then we'll be off on Thursday because it is a holiday, 4th of July in the United States. So I will be hopefully eating some barbecue. Okay, I hope everyone has a good weekend, and I will see y'all all on the next live stream. Bye.